the freeway. Okay, now he's lost it. Just fishtailed, hit two vehicles there, spun that pickup truck around. CHP very close on his tail here, but wow, unfortunately that move did not disable that Nissan Sentra. That Nissan Sentra still able to carry on the freeway there, but wow, just a dramatic scene there where he tried to make an aggressive move, lost control, the car fishtailed, lost the back end there, the car fishtailed, he hit that white pickup truck and then the dark colored pickup truck, and actually spun that second pickup truck, but now he is still going. So this kind of shows you the level of desperation that this guy is showing here. So just kind of utilizing that right shoulder. That CHP unit was very close behind in case that Nissan was disabled by the action of that collision there, but you can see he's still kind of moving. Wow, miraculously that thing is still going. So he is still on the freeway there utilizing that right. That is what they believed at that point anyways. But now again we're kind of returning to that area, into the Irwindale area, westbound side of the 210 freeway. We'll be coming up on Irwindale, we'll be coming up on the 605 freeway, and beyond that we'll see what he chooses to do here. But some desperate moves by this guy, this suspect, who was initially wanted, from what we understand, for expired registration. Guys?
And the illustration of what we were just talking about a moment ago, putting people in danger, cavalierly hitting other vehicles, leaving them strewn about the freeway, and then just continuing on with his damaged vehicle. Again, continuing to put people at risk. This is the 210 freeway near the 605 at this point, going westbound. If you know anyone in that area, obviously try to stay off the freeway right now. Rare to see a motorcycle officer from the CHP in pursuit in this way. Typically it is a radio car that is behind, but in this case we actually have a motor officer.
Yeah, I mean the one thing you could think about a motorcycle officer, they can weave in and out of traffic the way he was, but they're not as defended as they would be inside of a police cruiser. So a little more kind
vulnerable.
of a vulnerable, precarious situation, and I think what makes people so frustrated and angry when you see something like this is someone who has no regard for public safety, has already hit two innocent people that were minding their business on the freeway at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then continues on his way. And it's who else is he going to hurt in the process? So it's really difficult to see this, because obviously this person doesn't care who he hurts, and we're witnessing this car with some damage, thinking it could have been disabled there.
Two cruisers and two motorbikes right behind him now, but well, not driving too fast, and that's probably a good thing, all things considered here. Hopefully he just decides to give up peacefully, but as you can see, and as you have been watching, some pretty desperate moves by what is likely a pretty desperate suspect here in this case here. But yeah, from this angle you can really kind of see that hood taco bent up because of the fact that he collided with two vehicles on the 210 freeway. Okay, that's going to be a pretty fast and pretty aggressive move to the left. That's going to be a northbound turn into the residential area here, and so now it kind of makes you think, does he know where he's at? Is he familiar with the area? We've seen that many times with pursuits where suspects will bring us into an area of familiarity. This might be someplace that he knows, and so well, I guess we'll see what unfolds here, but not necessarily driving too fast, but sometimes this is an indicator when he tends to slow down here. If he gets to an area where he feels comfortable, he might just stop and foot bail. So something that I know the CHP are going to be looking out for. Typically when people drive... What's that? Okay, thank you, Rich. According to Rich is telling us that he's been throwing some stuff out the window there. What that material is, we just don't know. But now, kind of making a left turn westbound and deeper into this residential neighborhood here. So, again, the CHP is going to be wary of a situation where this guy actually just abruptly stops and perhaps foot bails. So something that we will be watching out for as well. So now moving southbound, it's kind of a horseshoe type of a neighborhood here. Now moving southbound, not driving too fast, and again the CHP helicopter overhead, we are watching him as well. Now it just kind of looks like we're driving in circles here. So is he trying to attract attention? Is he just trying to stall? Yeah, it's hard to know, but again, it just kind of gives me the vibe that maybe he does know where he is to some degree. Now he's just kind of circling the neighborhood. Maybe he is trying to attract attention here. Maybe he knows the neighborhood. Maybe he's waiting for someone to come out. Just don't know at this point here. There aren't too many entrances and exits to this neighborhood. Now he's just kind of circling that same block. So this is kind of what we're watching right now. Just kind of keep an eye out, Rich, if we start seeing people showing up on the outside of their houses here. But again, he's just kind of keeping that same pace. He's just coming around that horseshoe again. If he makes another left turn coming up here in 2 houses or so, we'll know that he's again just circling the block. Okay, now he's just kind of passing, continuing southbound, but still in the heart of this residential neighborhood. We are basically just about a quarter mile to the east of the 605 freeway here where he got off, and now, again, he's just kind of cruising the neighborhood. He's slowing down. Okay, slowing down. What is he going to do? Is he going to give up? Okay, we can see his hands. So, okay. It looks like maybe the beginnings of a termination here where he might be wanting to give up peacefully. The officers are not going to take any chances with this guy. They're going to give him some direct orders to exit the vehicle. They're going to want to see his hands at all times. But let's see what unfolds here. We have at least 1 cruiser and 2 motor officers down there, CHP unit above, and they're just kind of getting this guy to come out of his vehicle. Nice and slowly. They want to keep his hands in sight, no sudden movements, especially given the fact that this guy was potentially armed and dangerous, having thrown out that weapon at the 605 and the 210. We are just now going to watch and see how this unfolds here. So, wary of the fact that this guy might have additional weapons. No problem, I've got you. Wary of the fact that this guy might be additionally armed. Well, I guess he left his car in neutral or drive because there it goes. He's going to hit another car there. But at any rate, there he is on the ground. CHP officers, guns drawn. They are approaching the suspect here, and hopefully they will be able to take him into custody peacefully. It looks like that's what he intends, and that is going to be the best possible outcome at this point here. But given the fact that potentially people might have been hurt, especially on that 210 freeway heading down this way, he collided with a couple of pickup trucks. Hopefully they are going to be okay. But at any rate, that's going to create a traffic situation up on the 210, and now it looks like this guy's going to be in custody. A couple of CHP officers right there making an approach to the car, just clearing it of any additional suspects.